We're making polar bear costumes for the future sea level ride, which is going to start in a few minutes, and it's actually global warming, raining outside for the last several days. We had 3 different events today. 2 of them are rained out. This is a normal thing. Last week we had another event, a pirate radio ride, that was rained out. So it seems to me there's more and more rain happening, and this is maybe part of our future. So hopefully we're going to do something about, some people call it global warming, we like to refer to it as climate change. Really rainy weather, really dry weather, not a great future for our planet.
Bill, based on your observations, do you feel that the national and or local media have been covering climate issues as much as they could in the U.S., or has the coverage been slight in the run-up to the climate conference in Copenhagen this December?
No, it's been absolutely horrible. This is America. We had a president, George Bush, who was very much into oil, didn't even believe that global warming existed. So this has not have been, America has not been a country that's very much interested in environmental, sustainable, anything like that. However, they haven't been horrible. They just have used the corporate media and the press to their advantage to not educate people about it. People don't even know what Kyoto, words like that mean. People don't know what greenwashing means. So they don't even have a dictionary of environmental words. They don't know what happened in Bhopal. They don't know maybe even Chernobyl. You know, so they don't, Exxon Valdez, they probably know that. So they don't have these history moments. They don't have the positive moments. They don't have the ugly moments. They have a media that's pretty much controlled by the corporations. So that's what we are. We're in America. But on the other hand, this is changing. This conference is so big, and so many people are going there. And Kyoto was so big, and so they get the recognition. Just like Reclaim the Streets is an international action where people take back their streets in different cities. Critical Mass is an international action where people take to the streets and say it's not about the cars, but it's about these bicycles, non-polluting transportation. These actions have been successful in New York City and all over the world. Why? Because, in a way, you don't have to rely on the local corporate media. People know what that is, the critical mass. It's all over the world. People know what Reclaim the Streets is. So it's better sometimes to have, obviously you have to act locally, which Time's Up does every day. We do workshops, garden stuff, educating people, but globally we need to have a pulse come out about these international things because local medias cannot report.
And Time's Up was linked to a lawsuit regarding critical mass a couple years ago, and it was dropped. But do you feel that the publicity, maybe negative publicity from that, has impacted getting the word out regarding climate change, environmental issues, or do you think it's worked the other way around?
It's a little bit of both. You know, sometimes negative impact, as we saw, video. We have a big video collective at Time's Up. So we have education, video, direct action, all these elements. The campaigns that happen internationally and locally, local campaigns. So you just try to do everything and whatever sticks. But you're right. The people in America, they think if the police are involved, they're staying away from that. They're very scared. They're using terrorism in America as some type of weapon to spy on environmental groups, animal rights groups, and anti-war groups. They scare people to stay away from those groups, so then they control how the decisions are made, and corporate America gets whatever they want. So it has been very difficult in America to educate people on certain issues. However, again, there's always 2 sides in America. It has worked. A lot of Time's Up, simple campaigns have worked, because just like when there's enough people doing stuff, they have to respond.
And finally, the question on many Danes' minds. Given the lack of progress in the U.S. Congress to pass an energy bill in the lead up to the Copenhagen conference, do you think it's realistic that a global treaty will be able to be made in Copenhagen if the U.S. hasn't taken any definitive action in its own country to come up with its own legislation?
If we can get the media to report what happens at the conference, if the media will recognize that people are going out there, then if they don't do anything, normal Americans will be embarrassed. Wow, why is the rest of the world agreeing upon these beautiful things for the world? Less pollution, and America's not. So hopefully they will. And I would love to say it's going to be not through embarrassment, but most likely it is going to be through embarrassment that they'll make some kind of whatever. Because this is the same thing in New York City. They usually do things for environmental reasons because of the pressure, peer pressure with us, but country pressure in the big picture. So hopefully there's going to be so many countries that sign in that this time America will have to. And I would hope to myself that they do it for the right reasons, but most likely they're going to do it just because everybody else is going to do it and they don't want to be embarrassed in a global meeting or a global environment.
Okay. Thank you for joining me today, Bill.
Okay.